I can definitely straight there. Hey guys, today I'll be doing a Beyblade unboxing of the new B-191 set. So this set comes with the new Prominence Phoenix with tapered Metal Universe and Armor 10. It comes with the new Dangerous Belial with All Might and Armor 2. And it also comes with the new Savior Perseus with Giga and Bearing Dash with Armor 3. So for this unboxing, I will not actually be testing all of the combos against the Gauntlet, as that would be a fairly long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this set, weigh all of the parts, and then I'll pick one of the combos and possibly put that combo up against the Gauntlet. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. And it also comes with a new power launcher, and I hear the cord for this is fairly long. So yeah, so this is the front and this is the back, just showing all of the new Beyblades. The sort of the system, as All Might has a locked and free spinning system, with the new Belial having sort of a burst lock, as you can see there, depending on how hard you launch it. So yeah, these are just all of the parts. And yeah, here goes a QR code for anyone who wants to use it or knows what it's for. So I'll go ahead and open this up. And let's get straight to the unboxing. Alright, so here we go. All of the parts with the launcher, and I'll open up the booklet so you guys can sort of see that as well. So yeah, as usual, here's the sheet with some of the suggested combos by Takara Tomy, as well as the new set, which I'll do a unboxing on that, as well as I did receive that along with the set, and QR codes for anyone who wants to use these. And I don't ever actually really show this, but this sheet is very huge with this set, so it's just going over all of the parts and everything you can do with these. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to weighing some of these. And let's see, I'll just open them up. I'll just do it one at a time. There's well, there's just two pieces of tape, but yeah. So I'll come back with all of the parts laid out. Alright, so here we have all of the parts taken out. And so just to go over them again, we have the Prominence Phoenix with Armor 10 tapered and the Metal Universe. We have the Dangerous Belial with Armor 2 and All Might. And we have the Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and the new Bearing Dash. So we'll go ahead and take a closer look at all of the parts before we actually get into the weighing. So this is the Prominence Phoenix, and it has two modes with the armor. So the armor sort of just clips on, and you can put the armor either over top of the silver pieces here, and I think that's called the light or normal. And the other option is to put the armor over the two blues here. And I believe when it's in this position, I've been hearing it as called, I want to say heavy mode. So yeah, and yeah, this is sort of how it looks. So this is pretty thick. Yeah, this is one that I'm really interested in testing out. And that's sort of the teeth there, if you can see that. Teeth don't look bad. The Metal Universe, you all know I'm not really a fan of the metal drivers, though they're good on things like Bahamut. Here we go with the Dangerous Belial, and Belial has this gimmick where if you launch hard, these things here, they come out, the little white pieces there, and they can stop your Beyblade from bursting. So yeah, pretty cool. All Might. So All Might also, depending on how you launch, it's free spinning. You can put the V gear on here. This gear here, or this piece here, can be put on to go like this, and the S gear can go on here. It can be oriented in either this way, or it can be oriented straight down in this way. And save your Perseus. I'm really interested in seeing how much this Perseus actually weighs. I did get the gold one, so I'll be interested to see if this weighs as much as the gold one or not. As far as how this looks, I definitely like the way this savior looks a lot more than the standard savior, sorry. And a pretty much bearing dash, which, let's see. It just seems like a normal driver, non-dash driver, honestly. But it is bearing, so hopefully it'll be good. So yeah, let's go ahead and weigh each of these parts separately, and also weigh the Beyblades as a whole. Alright, so since these are all new parts, we're first going to make sure that the scale is calibrated. Should be, as you guys know, 50 grams, and yes, it is calibrated. So let's get to weighing all of the parts. So first we'll go ahead and weigh the Phoenix core, and again, here's sort of a closer look at the teeth. They look decent. So that is 7.54 grams, and let's go ahead and weigh the prominence with the armor. 14.63, so that's not bad actually. And we'll go ahead and weigh the what is this? I believe the armor 10, and that is 13.23. So again, that's not bad at all. And let's weigh tapered. 28.75, so that seems about right. And the new Metal Universe, 10.84. So let's go ahead and put the entire Beyblade together. And yeah, this takes a while actually to put together once you take all of it apart. Let me just make sure I have all of this on correctly. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this combo as a whole, but all of the combos will have their chance to actually go up against the gauntlet themselves. Alright, so the Prominence Phoenix with Armor 10, Tapered, and Metal Universe, it weighs in at 75 grams flat, so I like that number, 75 flat. Nice weight. Next, let's weigh the new Belial. That weighs in at 7.94 grams. Next, let's go with the new Armor 2. Very shiny Armor 2 actually. 13.53. I think that's about the same as the Armor 2s I already have. And let's go with the Dangerous. Ooh, 9.90, so that is good. And let's go with All Might now. See how much this one weighs in it. 37.80. Alright, so let's throw the entire combo together. You know what? I think this may be the combo that I'm going to test actually. I think I may just want to test this one. Alright, so all together, this weighs in at 69.18. Yeah, that's fairly light. However, with all of the attachments, let's say L gear, F gear, V gear, S gear, I think it'll be a lot heavier. So let's move on to the next one. And we have the Perseus. So let's look at the teeth. Remember I mentioned that the teeth were very similar to Belial, and that seems to be the case here. So let's see how much it weighs. 10.58. So my gold one weighs, I think it was like 10.72. So I'm glad the gold one is heavier, so I can actually just use this in battles, as I haven't been using my gold one in tournaments. So let's go with Savior. 11.19, that's not bad. The new Giga, 32.75. So with all of these parts, I honestly don't know how much the current parts I have, I don't know how much they weigh. So I think what I'll do for future videos is all of my parts, I'll write down their weight, so I always know how much the current heaviest version of a part is. That way when I'm doing these videos, I can tell if a part is the new heaviest or not. So let's move on to 3. 13.32, not bad at all. And the new bearing dash, 6.37, so that's not bad either. And let's go ahead and put the entire combo together. Yeah, I really like how this combo looks. 74.23, so that's not bad either. So the combo which we will go ahead and put up against the gauntlet will be, you know, let's just go ahead and go with this combo against the gauntlet for this video, and then the next videos we'll go ahead and do this combo, and another video we'll actually do what I'm gonna call perfectly dangerous Belial. We'll put that up against the gauntlet. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead. Alright, so first we have Perfect Belial, which is just Dynamite Belial with the L gear, F gear, Nexus with the S gear, and Venture with the V gear. I'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times. Then we'll go ahead and switch over to Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and Bearing Dash. And the reason I chose this mainly was because I actually just like the colors. So that's really why I chose this one to go first. Bearing versus Venture, let's see. And before we actually start the matches, since I didn't actually show the new launcher, I'm sure most have already seen it. This is just what it looks like. So it's gold. The actual string is a lot longer than the strings on the other ones. It has the power one. And yeah, so this is what we'll use for Savior. And for the attack types on the gauntlet, we'll use the other power launcher, so the blue and gold one. Alright, so let's do Belial first. Perfect Belial. Yeah, the launching with this new launcher, I can definitely feel it. Alright, so Belial, that is expected. How does the lock feel on the new bearing? Oh, it feels good. It feels a lot better than the other bearing that I have. And this will probably burst against the whole gauntlet, or all the right spins at least. All right, so let's go again. Perfect Belial. All right, burst number 2. And one of the reasons it is bursting is actually because of the angle at which I'm launching it at. And actually, Perfect Belial is fairly close to bursting as well. So we'll do one more launch with Perfect Belial first. And I'm not sure, but my launcher does appear to be a little weird. Actually, maybe that's how it's supposed to be. It has that like open space. I don't really like that. I feel like there should be something covering that, but I'm guessing that's how it's actually supposed to be. And yeah, that's how it looks on all of the pictures, so that's interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead and launch Perfect Belial first again. So this time I launched it straight there. And there we go. Another burst. So we'll go ahead and launch the new Savior first. This episode will probably just be actually no, it's not going to be a burst. Maybe with this matchup, but we'll see. So let's go with the new Savior first. Alright, let's see if we get another burst. Yeah, looks like Brain's gonna win. Let's see. Yeah. So I can make it burst if I want to on the launch. If you guys heard there, it was very, very close to bursting there. Alright, so let's go with Savior first again. There we go. So another win for Dangerous. And we'll do one more launch with Savior first. I bet already you guys probably think I'm going to say it's not a competitive combo out of the box. But it's same spin bearing against a fairly big and aggressive combo. Alright, so let's do Savior again. And my launcher actually skipped on that launch, but let's let this play out and see what happens. Yeah, looks like Savior. Alright. So we're going to do another launch with Savior first, as my launcher did kind of skip when I was launching with Perfect Belial. If that was a tournament, I would have called it a missed launch. Alright, so let's go ahead and do Savior first again. There we go. Alright, so Savior withstood the hits that time, but it lost on stamina. So that is another win for Perfect Belial, so we'll go ahead and switch over to the next combo. So we have Astral Spriggan with the Armor 10, Giga, and Rise. I'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times, then we'll go ahead and switch over to Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and Bearing. And I hope I didn't call this Armor 10 in the first matchup. I feel like I did. I hope I didn't. This is definitely Armor 3. It's easy to see with the sort of like 3 little slashes there. But yeah, let's see what happens in this matchup. My guess is Astral's going to burst it or KO it. Let's just see. Oh, wow. Double burst. I had to look a second to see what actually happened there. And I'm not sure which Giga is the new one, as I didn't check the stars on them. Let me adjust the stadium and I'll give a look at these parts. Actually, yeah, the shiny one is most definitely the new one. So how many stars is the new one? The new one is only 1 star. Alright, so let's go with Astral first again. Actually, yeah, Spriggan does have horrible teeth. I didn't even think about that. Alright, so that's a double burst and I have to go all the way across the room to collect some of the parts. So I will collect the ones near the stadium and then I shall return. Alright, so let's see if we can go for a double burst 3 in a row. See if we can make that happen. And let me fix the stadium again. Alright, so Astral first again. It looks like a piece of Astral is actually in the stadium. So I'll have to take that part out after this. So there was really no contact, so Savior will get the win here on Stamina. It burst as I was picking it up. Let me just remove this piece of Astral. Alright, so this time we'll go ahead and go with the launching of Savior first. See what happens. Oh my goodness, another double burst, and did you see how light those hits were? Wow. Alright, so let me put these back together again. Return of the burst. Everyone should have to use one of these combos in their deck. And they have to use it at least once in deck format. I'm just kidding, but that would be very interesting. So let's go with Savior first again. Alright, it's probably going to be another burst. Actually, let's see what happens. Slowing down a lot. Alright, very, very light hits. Yeah. That is a win for Savior, and how many clicks did it have? 1. Not bad. So we'll go ahead and launch Savior first one more time before we go ahead and switch combos. Alright, so that is a point for Astral, and again the bearing just went across the room, so I'll need to collect that again. Yeah, bearing on Savior is a no-no. Alright, so next we have Longinus with Armor 2, Giga, and Drift. I'll launch this first 3 to 5 times. Then we'll go ahead and go with Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and Bearing. So this should be an interesting matchup. Who do I think is going to win? I've seen Bearing, I know Bearing can beat Drift. However, on this specific combo, I'm not sure if Savior can or not. But we'll go with Roar first. Alright, so that's a point for Roar. Man, honestly, I feel like this Bearing is worse than the other Bearing. Alright, so let's go with Roar first again. Alright, that is another burst. And, interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. And let's go with Roar first, just one more time. Ooh, if it falls down, it's over. Yep. Wow. Alright, so let's launch Savior first this time. That was a win for Roar. Or sorry, that was a win for Savior. Ooh, a good way to make it straight. Alright, so, yep. It's another one for Roar, and we'll go ahead and launch Savior first again. So far, not a very competitive combo at all. Nice work. So that is another one for Roar. And this time, I will light launch the Savior combo. See how it's equalization is. I won't launch it too light as I don't want it to get KO'd. Yeah, even though I pulled slow with this launcher, it still launched out pretty fast. Wow, okay. So it has some good tilt on it. Let's just see what happens. Yep. So another one for Roar, and we'll go ahead and switch over to the next combo. Alright, so we have Guilty Bahamut with Armor 7, Karma, and the Metallic String. I'll go ahead and launch this first 3 to 5 times. Then we'll go ahead and switch over to Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and the new Bearing Dash. This should be a fairly interesting matchup. I'm going to use the Power Launcher for this, and hopefully it doesn't go too out of control. The rubber is still fairly fresh on this, so yeah, hopefully it can stay in control. And since I'm launching them one at a time, I won't launch the Guilty too hard going first, as it'll just jump out if it doesn't make contact. So Guilty. Alright, so you see, even with that super light launch, it got the burst. Alright, so let me just put this back together and we'll go ahead and launch Guilty first again. And again, it'll be a fairly light launch. Ooh, let's see. Alright, and yep, that is a win for Savior that time. So be mindful, I am launching the Guilty combo really light going first, as there's nothing for it to make contact with, so it has a high chance of jumping out, especially on this fresh rubber. So we'll go with Guilty first again. Alright, so we'll try that one over. As you guys see, I did launch it a little bit harder. try this again. Yeah, there we go again. And let's just do strong one more time. Wow, it does not want to stay in the stadium over here. Let me just clean this off. Alright, so this will be the last time I'll launch this first. If it doesn't stay in the stadium, then I'll just go ahead and switch over to launching the Savior first. Alright, so that is a win for Guilty. Now, the KO and burst happened at the same time, at least to my naked eye, so that is a win for Guilty. Of course, I'm going to slow it down and see if maybe Guilty got KO'd first somehow, and then the burst was a little delayed or not. But to my naked eye, that is a win for Guilty. So we'll go ahead and launch Savior first. Wow. Alright, so easy KO. And you see, when you can make contact, you can get that really quick hit, and then that flower pattern is a little bit more consistent. So let's do two types of launches. Let's do a hard launch with Savior, and then the next one we'll do a light launch. Alright, so that is hard to call. I'm gonna call that a burst finish for Guilty, as what I saw without the slow motion was, as Guilty was being KO'd, Savior burst first and then Guilty burst. But as usual, I'm going to slow it down, and if I'm wrong, then the score will show that. But let me once again collect the parts. And this time we'll launch Savior Light. And I actually have to go across the room again, as Metal Extreme flew all the way across the room. Let's see, where did it go? Alright. And alright, so this time Savior will be the light launch. Alright, so Savior. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch launchers and light launch Savior. There we go. And it should win. Let's see. Yep, that is what happens when you light launch against an aggressive opposite spin combo. It sort of gets those hits, but since it's the Beyblades are trying to equalize and you're going at a way slower speed, not to mention all of the points here, it's usually just going to result in either the faster Beyblade being KO'd or what you just saw here. And how many clicks are on Savior? 2 clicks. So yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, it burst. So it's about halfway there. So let's go ahead and switch combos. Alright, so we have Vanish Fafnir with Armor 0, Over, and Never. I'll launch this first 3 to 5 times, and we'll switch over to Savior Perseus with Armor 3, Giga, and Baron. Yeah, this should be interesting. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but we shall find out. Alright, so let's go with the Vanish combo first. Now, Vanish is all rubber, so all I know is there's going to be a lot of short burst clips at the beginning of this video. So for a second there, it looked like Vanish had the upper hand. Let's see. Yeah. That is a point for Vanish. So we'll do Vanish first again. And let's light launch Savior. Yeah, I think Vanish is going to win again. Yeah, it seems like it. Let's just see. You see the weight on the Perseus, it's different. It's just all towards the outside. Yeah, there's another point for Vanish, and we'll launch Vanish first again. Then we'll just do a hard launch with Perseus this time. Oh, did you see Savior getting up under Vanish? Even though it's taller, it got under there for a second. Some pretty good hits. Yeah, it should be Vanish again. Yeah, I don't think Giga and Bearing go well together. I think Overbearing is the better combination. However, that was definitely a win for Savior that time. And we'll switch to launching Savior first. And Savior actually had a click on it. See what's gonna happen here. I'm honestly not sure who has more stamina. I think Vanish does actually. Well, it should be the same early, but let's see. Ooh, I think Vanish could have this one. As that bearing is super wobbly. Let's see. How's this gonna end? Yep, Vanish. Point for Vanish, so we'll go ahead and launch the Savior first again. Light launch, why not? Let's light launch this one too. See what happens this time. Probably Vanish again, honestly. I think Vanish definitely has the upper hand in this matchup. Yeah. It's a lot more compact. Honestly, actually I was gonna say it feels heavier, but I'm not actually sure. So we'll do one more launch with Savior, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on this combo. So let's go all out hard launch. See what happens here. So I launched them both hard. Obviously one is using the power launcher with the longer string, so. However, opposite spin, they should equalize. And the winner is... Ooh. Alright. That was another point for Vanish, so I'll put these away and come back with my thoughts. Alright, so first, what are my thoughts on the set as a whole? I definitely like it. Now, let's go through each of the Beyblades. So we'll go with the ones that I did not actually battle with first. Prominence Phoenix with Armor 10, Tapered, and the Metal Universe. It's a Phoenix, so hey, I'm gonna like it once I get a chance to test it. I'm not really a fan of Universe, however, I haven't launched this, so I'm not quite sure if I'll like this combo or not. Just looking at it, if it tilts, it will scrape on this tapered. So not quite sure how this will do, but it will go up against the gauntlet soon. Moving on to the, let's go with the dangerous Belial All Might with armor 2. Again, I haven't tested this. I really like how beefy this is. This is dangerous. I definitely like that. I like the idea behind this new Belial. I think using that with the new bearing may be a better idea than this Perseus with that bearing. All Might, again, I haven't launched this, so I'm not sure if I'm going to like this or not. However, I am very excited to get a chance to put this combo against the gauntlet. With the fact that there's new parts, again, I like the set as a whole. So moving on to the next combo, Savior Perseus with armor 3, Giga, and bearing. I mean, it's a recolor. I like the colors. I think Perseus sort of makes it worth it for the set alone. Just the weight on Perseus. It is very close to the weight on the gold one. Now, Perseus is an interesting core to use, as again, all the weight is on the outside of it, so you really have to think about that when you're building your combo using this. Bearing dash, honestly, I can say it feels like it locks a lot better than the red bearing that I do have. On this combo, I don't think this is the best thing to put on here. It still bursts fairly easy. So as far as, is this a competitive combo out of the box? Just no. You need a completely different driver on this, as this Savior can be fairly aggressive. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the B-191 set. If you like these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and all of that other good stuff. Thanks.